Hello, we're live from the Fast Wax Man Cave again here, and what we're going to talk about today and show you today is a new product that we developed called our Base Saver. And you use that when you iron in the fluorinated top coats. One of the big mysteries in skiing has always been how to iron in the top coats without damaging your base. If you take them to the stone grinder after someone's ironed in a lot of top coats, they can look at them, the bases are glazed over, and they can tell you who's been ironing in and who hasn't been. If you rotocork them, you tend to burn the edges, and then you always risk that burning. So it's always been a big mystery, and it's real apprehensive for people to put on the coats and iron them in, especially if you have a single pair of skis. So what we worked on was what we call our Base Saver. It's a pad that you put underneath the iron, and then you press down on it, and that acts as an insulator between the iron and the ski, and it doesn't burn your base. Plus it does a much more efficient job of ironing in the top coat. So what I'll show you today is how to do this real simple. And it's a real nice, easy way of doing it, more effective, and works better. So what we'll do is take our block of fluoro powder, and we'll go down the ski and get a nice coating on top of the ski, all the way from tip to tail, and get a nice cover on it. Now I tend to use and go with a couple lighter layers. I think they're always easier to handle. And then we'll take our thermal block and we'll go down the ski and we'll just lightly cork this in. And what we're doing here is we're just spreading it out and getting a nice even gray coat on the ski. So the whole ski is uniformly covered with the fluoro powder. So we've got a nice easy coat. We've worked it in just a little bit. If you want to here, what I generally do then is give it a light second coat. I always find it easier to go over a couple times with light coats rather than that one heavy one. You get better, more uniform coverage, and it's more effective. So we'll go down, cover that again, and then we'll take our thermal block and we'll buff it in again. Nice and easy, just trying to get that ski base. So when you're look at the base, it should be just a light gray color cut down the base all the way. Then what we do is once we've got that, we take our Base Saver and we place it with the tape side down, the Teflon tape side down on the ski, and we put that on the ski. And then we take our iron, and we have the iron set at about 260 degrees Fahrenheit, around 130 C. And we place that on the ski, and then I lift and hold the back of this up with a finger. And then the key to it is I place both hands on the iron and push down very hard, just like I'm structuring a ski. And we'll pull this iron down the ski one time, and you can see as we go down that we're pressing all of that fluoro powder into the ski, and the base looks nice and clean. The amazing difference here is if you iron in with just the iron on top of the ski, the bases look pretty ugly. They're glazed over and the wax is burnt on the ski. With this system, the wax is not burnt on the ski, it's pressed into it. And what this pad does is it softens with heat and pushes that wax into the ski all the way from one end to the other. And we go right down to the tail of the ski. We give that one pass going through the ski, and you can see when you look at our Base Saver that there's nothing on it. We've pressed that wax right into the ski. The Base Saver, people ask me how many times can you use it. I demoed this last year at Berkey with a single Base Saver through about 50 pairs of skis. Then what I do is I take my thermal block and I clean out any of that wax that's in the stability groove, and I push that out onto the ski and I lightly cork it in. And this is while the ski is still warm. And then we'll let the ski set and cool for about a half an hour. We've let our ski cool for about a half an hour so that it's cold to the touch. And one of the things I like to show you now is we waxed the atomic ski using the base saver. So you can see that that wax is pressed right into the ski all the way across. What we've done here with the Fisher ski is that we've waxed it in the traditional way with just putting the iron on top of the ski. And if you look at it, you can see the difference how the wax was pressed into the atomic ski and how it's just glazed on top of the Fisher ski. And what I'll show you when I brush these out, the real difference of how effective this is. When we brush the atomic ski out, you can see that we'll get very little wax out of that, versus when I brush out that Fisher ski, it all comes back up. So what I'll do now is take my horsehair brush and I'll go down the ski and I'll brush it out. And as you can see, there's very little to any wax coming out of the ski. A couple passes down the ski and it's ready to go. So you can see that work very easily. I'll give it one more quick pass just to make sure we're set. Now this ski is ready to race and it's going to be an extremely fast ski. What I'll show you now is the difference with the Fisher ski, where we waxed that floral powder in and ironed it in without using the base saver. When I take this horsehair brush and go after it, look at all the wax that comes out of that ski. So that's all your floral powder that you just put in, you're now scraping out of it. Not very effective use of it and not very efficient. I've demoed this base saver to several elite skiers, top waxers around the area. Their eyes bug way open when they see it and they can't believe it. We demoed it at the Berkey and sold out. People look at it, they see it's a much easier, much better. Again, if you iron it in, you'll glaze your bases and ruin them. If you've got a lot of skis, that's no big deal. But like most of us, we have a limited number of skis, especially good racing skis. If you use a rotocork to do it, you tend to tip it and burn the edges off your skis and ruin the performance. Plus a rotocork will washboard your ski and put little washboards in it and really doesn't work very well. So you can see this is just another innovative product from Fast Wax. It's very efficient, works very well, real popular. Thank you.